Good morning everyone, and welcome to the Collins Family Urban Homestead. Today I figured to take you along on one of the chores I've got going. I've got to change out the ducks' pool water. Get that clean. That's about a weekly chore. I figured I'd take you along for that, show you kind of what I'm doing there, and tell you a little story about the ducks. So let me turn this around and show you what I'm doing with pool water. So this little pool behind me is actually a pretty good sized pool, and everybody talks about how messy ducks are, and the big reason for that is the water that's right there in the pool. So this one's a lot bigger than some of the other smaller kiddie pools that you get, so it does a whole lot more water even. And this little pump that I just showed you is helping that out a lot. It still takes about 15 minutes or so to drain that pond, that little pool. I kind of wish I'd have gotten a little bigger pump. That pump is just a Harbor Freight pump. You know, I think I may pay $30 for it, something like that, but it has made this job a whole lot easier to do. I can sit there and let the pump do its thing while I'm doing videos for you guys. So let me kind of tell you the story on these ducks. In May of last year, our next door neighbors went and got 3 ducks, and it was about 3 weeks in, they decided they were too messy for them and they didn't want them anymore, so they asked us if we wanted them. Now, I wanted ducks. They were on my, task to do down the road and stuff, but I wasn't ready for them. Hello, say somebody wants some loving. So I wasn't really ready for ducks at that point in time. I put up a small pen to kind of keep them in, and kept them there for about a month or so. And then finally got around to building this one. I built this pen that I currently have here, thinking 2 separate pens. These were khaki camels. A quick funny story. They said, I was told that I had 2 khaki camels and a Peking duck. Well, after a while, the Peking was not looking like a Peking. He had a lot of brown in him. Come to find out, I've got 2 khakis and a Indian fawn runner. So it's like, okay, so I've got 3 egg-laying ducks. Now I think I've had these long enough. They're producing eggs. We got them in May of last year, and we're into mid-January now, and I'm getting 2 eggs a day. Now I'm about ready to think that one of them is not a hen. I think I've got one drake amongst the bunch. Future video, I'm going to test that and take some of the, maybe a week's worth of eggs, and put them in an incubator and see if they hatch out. That's going to be my plan going forward on that. So the neighbor got us, we got the ducks from the neighbor, set up a temporary pen, and then I built this pen that I have here that you guys have seen, and set it up. And I set it up in 2 separate pens. One was supposed to be for khaki camels and egg layers, and the other one was supposed to be for pekins. I want to eventually raise pekins and raise them for meat ducks. That's kind of a long-range goal. And then I got the chickens back in September they were supposed to all be meat chickens, and obviously some of them turned out not to be meat chickens. And so that kind of changed my plans there. We're going to have to adjust that going forward. So these ducks will be a year old in May, and so we're having a lot of fun with them. But I figured I'd share this little way to drain the water and go forward on this. This has been a lot of fun. This has been a real good adventure, and I just spent this morning and changed out the bedding in there and added some more straw, and so it's been a wonderful ride. I just figured I'd kind of share that little story with you this morning. Love you guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.